Am I correct in assuming that you hated Donald Trump's presidency?
No, I loved it. Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm very happy that those days are gone. That was added stress that no one needed.
And what do you do with the negative energy that he created constantly that he's no longer creating? I mean, he's still creating lots of negative energy, but not as much in our faces.
I feel kind of relieved. I feel like a cloud has lifted. The space is now, I can turn my rage towards police brutality. I can turn my rage towards, these kids who were kidnapped by the government and put in cages, and how are they going to get back to their families? How are they going to get counseled? Like, I can start thinking about solutions to things, and I can channel my anger into being a part of being a solution, as opposed to just like, this is I want to say wall, which is perfect because this whole thing was, building a fucking wall.
Your company, Tees for Togo, is really amazing and totally inspirational. I hope every viewer buys a t-shirt after watching this. Can you tell us the basic mission?
Sure. The basic mission is to provide girls in Togo, West Africa, with educations. It's plain and simple. The hard part is that education isn't just about like our thing. I have a postcard right here. These are our shirts. They're behind me. One's on me. I'm like head to toe, Tees for Togo, 24/7 pretty much. But the mission originally was, okay, we're going to sell these really high quality, sweatshop free, fully licensed. Like everything we do is licensed. Like Chuck D gave me permission to do this shirt. Jeanette Beckman, the photographer, gave me permission for the photograph. And A.D. Roberson gave me permission to use her artwork, which is she's the one who picked the colors and made the kind of print. And that's something really important to me as an independent musician, to get rights from people and not to just like take their intellectual property or take their image and use it for something that they didn't ask for. But the mission is to sell these high quality sweatshop free shirts for $40 a piece. And that's how much girls' tuition in Togo is for an entire year. Many families there can't afford to send their kids to school. And when they can, they usually send the boys and not the girls. Tina Kapoor, who founded Peace Sisters, who I work closely with, she was a teacher there, and she grew up in Togo, and she saw the girls just dropping out when it started to be time. I think it's like, I guess what we would call middle school era, like late elementary, middle school. They would drop out, and she started just supporting a couple girls, like paying their tuition for them out of her own salary. And then when she moved to the United States, she got a job in nursing and started sending money back and sending like 100 girls. And then she decided to open it up and started Peace Sisters. And I started Tees for Togo to support her work. And so each shirt is $40. Each shirt does send a girl to school, but it's actually more than that, because it's not just getting them to school, it's how to get their grades up and how to get them to go to further education if they want. We just sent our first 15 girls to college, and we're sending 20 more next year. And a lot of it is because people have bought these shirts.
You mentioned that it was Tina's work with Peace Sisters that inspired this idea. Did you have the idea at all, using t-shirts to raise money before this, or was it in conversation with Tina that the very idea sprouted?
I actually was going to do a t-shirt company. I was all set up to do it, and it was called Design Against Lyme. I have long-term or chronic Lyme. I don't know what people are calling it now. I'm in remission, so I'm doing just fine. I was gonna say, I'm doing just fine, thanks. Anyways, when I was at my sickest, one of the things I thought of was, if I ever get out of this fucking bed, I'm gonna do something to help people health insurance pays for nothing. with that illness. And it's very concerning that people are not getting adequate treatment. And I was like, when I get out of this fucking bed, I'm going to do something to help other people with Lyme who aren't lucky enough to get the medical care that I got. And so I had talked to an organization, Lyme Alliance, about doing this project, and we were all set to go. And I got a press person to donate their time. And then I realized I was going to have to talk about Lyme disease forever now. Like, I was going to have to talk about it all the time. And it was actually, being bedridden off and on for like, it was 8 to 10 years total. Like, it's a long time. It was traumatizing, and I don't want to talk about it all the time. And I realized that for my mental health, I was actually worried that if I had to talk about it over and over and over, I was going to put myself back into a flare. Like, I was going to go out of remission. And so I made the decision to not do that and to find other ways to do advocacy for people who are living with that illness. But it was kind of a great moment in my life, because I actually stopped and turned the ship around. And what was so funny was that I'd already been working with Tina. Like, I was throwing parties at my house and doing fundraisers, and I'd been going to board meetings. So I already knew all about the organization, and I was really into it. And yet I had this separate project that was Design Against Lyme I was doing. And then I was like, wait, and I even made the logo. And then I was like, I can just change this to Tees for Togo. I'm already involved with this organization. I love the people on the board. They're all like fantastic. Tina's amazing. I was like, I fully vetted them by going to tons of board meetings and seeing how tight they are. And I'm like, why wouldn't I do this?
If and when this pandemic ever ends, what will you miss most about being quarantined?
Early on, my husband and I potted up with some people who, we all quarantined and then got together, and then we just had, so that we would have people that we could see. And we would do stuff like buy every single popcorn salt that we could get, like online, and then have a popcorn party and like taste all of the different, and some of them were like Parmesan garlic was like feet flavor. It tasted like feet popcorn, but it was fun, like just doing stupid stuff like that to kind of keep our minds going. And a couple of us were playing music together and just goofing around. And I'm going to miss the fact that we kind of formed this tight group. And now that most of us are fully vaccinated, we're starting to hang out with other people who are fully vaccinated, like one at a time. And I'm like, I don't want my pod weekends gone. Cause like on weekends that's all we would do is like hang out together. And I've never really, I've had, close friendships, but I've never had a thing where it was like, it kind of felt like family, like a really cool family.